Hey folks, Big Deano here again. This time taking a look at the Figuarts Son Goku Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan figure. Man, that is a mouthful. I'm really glad that they're changing the name of it. Still a daft name, Super Saiyan Blue, but at least it's easier to pronounce. Anyway, yeah. This is basically... I was going to leave this until next month because that's when my Anime Island shipment is coming out. That includes Golden Frieza as well. But I basically got impatient. I seen everybody else reviewing him and I just had to get him off a Japanese site. But yeah, enough about that. Let's take a closer look at that box because I know everybody loves the box. Yeah. The box is a strange sort of colour. It's not strange, it's red and blue, which is basically his colour scheme, so at least they got that right. But as you can see, it really hurts your eyes. I mean, it's hurting me just looking at it through the viewfinder. I kid you not. And it's no better when it's like in the actual naked eye. You'll notice it does have the gold toy sticker, because of course I did get this one from Japan. Again, no difference between the American and Japanese release. Although, if Ultimate Gohan's anything to go by, it will be a slightly different printed box, with the blue fin printed down here instead. But there's no difference other than that. The figure itself is the same. And unlike Ultimate Gohan, they went back to having the blurb on the front again. And bizarrely, they've got the Resurrection F logo there, instead of Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super. I would have thought they would have went with the Dragon Ball Super logo to capitalise on that for Japan, but there you go. On the back, we have the blurb again. They should have left that blurb. And you've got the older style that we've been seeing at most of the conventions, with the sort of shiny hair, shiny plasticky hair, as opposed to what we actually ended up with. I think we ended up with a better deal, honestly, compared to that. I know Vegeta currently looks as if he's coming with that sort of metallic colouring. Hopefully they fix that as well. Son Goku. You'll notice they're spelling it the Japanese way again. Goku. But yeah, on the top, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, Son Goku, and Kamehameha for the little blurb at the top. But yeah, looking at accessories, the first thing he comes with is a regular Saiyan head. It's identical to the normal release, but it's good that they included it. It means you can have him in both, and it also means that the doubler that I'm getting isn't wasted because I'll be able to display him like that. But yeah, unfortunately it doesn't look as if Vegeta's coming with a regular head, which is bizarre. You'd think they would keep the accessories consistent, but there you go. It is Tamashii. You can never tell what they're going to do. Just look at the reveals video to find that one out. He's got the regular face, which comes on him in the package. The blue is quite nice. Nicely detailed. You have the screaming face. Again, nicely detailed. And yet again, you have another smirking face, which is a first for a Goku. Usually he only comes with either a smiling face or stern face, but there you go. Unfortunately, again, they've mucked up the smirking face because this time the mouth isn't detailed. It kind of sort of disappears into the face sculpt. Yeah, I don't know what they've got against these smirking faces, I really don't. But at least the decals are applied correctly this time, so it doesn't look as weird. But yeah, in terms of accessories, he comes with his fist hands, which are the usual, which are quite good. He comes with his grabby hands, Kamehameha hands. Again, These are all just the usual Goku mold hands, but this time they aren't shadinged, which is quite strange. You've got the blast effect hands, the martial arts pose hands, again all standard, and he comes with the instant transmission hand, which bizarrely is painted from a different colour. Don't know if you can see that in there. Very strange. The rest of them are moulded in that plastic, but that one seems to be repurposed from something else. Don't know if that's just me, or if that's the same with all of them. So, he doesn't come with any effect parts, but then he does come with a fair amount of stuff, including the extra head, so that's appreciated at least. In terms of height, let's get the tape measure out. He comes in at about 6.5 inches to the tip of his hair, which is quite good. That's the same for most of the Gokus. Now, in terms of swapping heads, obviously you pull that off. I'll show that in a wee second. In terms of swapping faces, which I've not seen anybody do on this guy, so everyone was in the dark about how it's actually done. It's actually the same peg style, like identically. If I pop this off quickly, to the Goku regular mold. It fits perfectly on there. So yeah, these faces are ripe for customization for this guy. I've already heard a lot of people are going to repaint this new hair sculpt yellow and have basically a better Super Saiyan head sculpt. I've just put on the same one. Let's put on his screaming face. He's angry at Frieza. There we go. Looks good on there. In terms of the hands, just the usual hands. You swap them out as you do with them all. There we go. And yeah, in terms of head swapping, very simple. You just pop the peg off as you do with them all. Pop that on, like so. And you know what, just to prove that it is the same peg system, there you go. Now you have a weird amalgamation, evil looking Goku. That's actually quite frightening. Let's get that back off, because that's just an accessory this time. It's the blue here we're looking at. But yeah, taking a closer look at Goku, his hair, as I said before, is a brand new sculpt with extra detail work. I especially like the black sort of shading. It's coming across as quite a deep blue on my camera, but it's more of a turquoisey colour in person. Still nice, either way. But truth be told, I'd rather have the colour that's on the camera, to be honest. There's quite a lot of black shading in there, black whitewash. Blackwash, sorry, I don't know why I said black whitewash. Makes no sense. But yeah, here is good. In terms of the actual articulation, before we do that, nice wee symbol right there. Looks good. Looks like that's a water decal, but you really can't tell that it is. He's got new boots and a new belt, which hides the waist articulation 10 times better than the old mould did. Yeah, speaking of the mould, don't be fooled. This is actually the regular old Goku mould, just heavily retooled in the chest area, new belt and new boots and bottoms of the arms. Everything else is the same. Exact same. Yeah. In terms of articulation, you can look up quite high. You can look down really far as well. Of course, you can swivel around about and rock side to side. He can put his arms up really far. Same old articulation there. The sleeve covers it a lot better than the original though, which is good. You've got the usual bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, which get quite a good range of motion, and ball jointed wrists. The pull out articulation, that frees that up. It can go back a fair amount, not as much as it used to. Forward quite far, and can just pop back in. In terms of leg, it's actually hindered a little bit by this new piece. It can only reach that far before it bumps into it, and unfortunately it's quite hard rubber. Really difficult to sort of move. If you pull down the legs, as you can with most of these figures, it can get a slightly higher kick, but not as high as the original kid. I don't know if you can see it there. In fact, no, you can't. Let's turn off that, get a better look. Yeah, you can see there's some shading from the knee down, but it kind of just makes them look dirty. I would rather wouldn't have bothered with that, to be honest with you. Double jointed knees, as per always. Same old mould with the exposed knee. Usual ball jointed feet, which allow kinda alright amount of swivel, and of course the toe articulation. So yeah, he might be the same old mould, but he does look good. Unfortunately, that stupid shoulder that they still haven't fixed. Well, they fixed it with Super Saiyan 3, but that's another story. They've never went back to it, and I don't know why, and it infuriates me. But yeah. Get him in a quick pose. That pose that he always does in Dragon Ball Super. Not in that outfit, of course, we've not got to that yet. But yeah, quick comparison with Goku. His original version. And yeah, he does look good. I know it's mostly a retool, but yeah, still works alright. There we go. Yeah, so good and bad points, final thoughts. Good points is what is retooled is done well. I will give them that. The bad points is it's mostly the same old Goku that we've got before, which is a shame, but of course they have pulled it off quite well, I have to say. Would I recommend them? Yeah, I think I would. I originally didn't like the look of this guy, but it's grew on me. It has grew on me. So yeah. What else would I want to say? Yeah, I would maybe get two, like I'm doing, if you want to display them in both. But fair warning, Vegeta is not coming with a regular head, so you might have to get two of him plus a Datong in order to get a black hair for him. But yeah, that'll do it for this review, guys. So until next time, I'll see you guys later.